I am the archivist. This is where Jane begins her days. Not with certainty, not with answers. She moves through this forest knowing that nothing here will rush to meet her understanding. The rhythm was established long before she arrived, and it will continue long after she leaves. Jane walks. She stops. She waits. Minutes stretch, then hours. This is not observation as conquest. It is observation as endurance. This is where meaning accumulates, not in revelation, but in repetition. Jane records what she sees again and again. A stick selected, trimmed, used, food shared, conflict avoided, comfort offered after loss. Nothing dramatic, nothing announced. But repetition leaves evidence. Outside this forest, the world prefers distance. Numbers, specimens, control. Jane offers none of that. Knowledge does not remain contained. Once Jane's work leaves this forest, attention follows, then authority, then demand. Curiosity brings presence. Presence brings pressure. The forest absorbs this quietly, but it does not escape it. Time does not erase what knowledge sets in motion. Jane returns to this forest carrying years the world never sees in a single frame. The work has continued. The attention has multiplied. The consequences have spread outward in directions no one could fully predict. This place remembers her, but it also remembers what followed. This is not loss as spectacle. It is loss as accumulation. No single moment explains it. No single decision carries all the weight. The forest did not disappear. It thinned, it fragmented, it yielded, piece by piece. What Jane revealed to the world survived. What allowed that revelation began to change beyond recognition. This is the part of the story that resists simplicity. Jane did not come here to preserve a moment in time. She came to understand life as it is lived. Growth does not erase loss, but it answers it. The forest continues, not because it was protected perfectly, but because life insists on persistence even when conditions are altered. Responsibility arrives slowly, not with applause, not with certainty. It arrives when attention outpaces care, when knowledge spreads faster than protection, when what is understood becomes vulnerable. Jane carries this weight without spectacle, without the illusion of resolution. She keeps returning, keeps documenting, keeps witnessing what the world prefers not to hold for long. This is not the end of her work, it is the continuation of it. Jane Goodall does not offer closure, she offers accountability. What we learn changes what we owe. What we see alters what we are responsible for carrying forward. The forest does not ask to be saved, it asks to be understood fully, including what understanding costs. This is the part of the story that rarely fits into celebration. Jane did not arrive at answers, she arrived at responsibility. What she revealed did not stay contained within journals or classrooms. It entered the world, and the world responded unevenly, imperfectly, and often too late. The forest holds the record of that response. There is no version of this story where discovery is clean. Knowledge alters what it touches. It brings attention, it brings pressure, it brings obligation. Jane Goodall did not promise preservation. She never claimed control. She offered understanding, and understanding demanded more than admiration. This forest has been studied, watched, measured, and still it resists being reduced to data. Life continues here, altered, challenged, persistent. The question is no longer what Jane discovered. The question is what the rest of the world chose to do with that discovery. Soft morning light returns. The forest appears thinner than before, but not silent. New growth pushes through soil beside older roots. Jane Goodall returned again and again, not because the work was finished, but because responsibility does not end when attention fades. She did not witness a single forest. She witnessed change. This is what endures. Not certainty, not solutions, not rescue. What endures is accountability. Jane Goodall changed what humanity could no longer pretend not to see. And once that seeing began, once the world understood what lived here, what was lost here, and what was still fighting to remain, there was no going back.